Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for asking me. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking me too, ma'am.
Okay, so how is your day going?
My day has been going well, absolutely well. How's your day, ma'am?
My day has been going well, slightly hectic because, as you know, Diwali begins from tomorrow, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
we will
yes.
always have some last minute
What we have to
preparations.
do. Yes, yes, I
Yes,
know that.
correct. Absolutely. So, how are preparations going on for Diwali at your place?
Diwali preparation, yeah, everything is going on the right way, I think.
Okay, great. Wonderful. And considering we are meeting for the first time, could you please introduce yourself?
Of course, yeah. So, my name is Rubi Chaurasiya, and I am speaking to you from Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. If I talk about my qualification, I have done post graduation in political science, and in addition, I have a bachelor of education as well. And comes to my hobbies, so I like listening to music and reading books. Yes, that's
Mm,
all about from my side.
wonderful. Great. I like how your introduction was very crisp, right? And very clear. Great. Okay. So, what kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read self-help book, story book. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this kind of genre I have. Most of the
Okay.
time I prefer.
Okay. Great.
Recently, I have inculcated. Earlier,
Hmm.
I was not a avid reader, but now I'm trying to be as a reader. Yeah, nowadays I love to read. I like to read.
Okay, that's good. Wonderful that you have inculcated this habit. And I think it is one of the best ways to keep ourselves away from gadgets, right?
Yes,
Because these
yes,
days we tend to get carried away with the usage of phone or laptop. So, this is one of the best ways to unwind ourselves and, most importantly, to try
mm,
out something different, right? Okay, great. Wonderful. Nice to know about you, Ruby. I'll introduce myself. My name is Meghna. I hail from city called Mysore, which is in Karnataka.
okay.
Yes, all right. So, did you get a chance to go through the topic that has been assigned for today?
Yeah, our topic is procrastination.
Yes, procrastination. An interesting topic, right?
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Because we all tend to find it as a true challenge
Mm,
and we can never overcome procrastination,
yes,
right?
it's a very common problem.
Yes, okay. So, do you see a pattern of procrastination in you throughout the week? Maybe some specific days you may procrastinate.
Yes, of course, like we tend to be procrastinate frequently. It's a really common problem. I do
Mm,
procrastinate. Everyone's do procrastinate. But
mm,
now I know earlier day I used to do, but
mm,
nowadays I'm trying to overcome. I
mm,
know that if I am not valuing my time, so how it's possible I can do anything in my life. So nowadays I'm trying to overcome.
mm,
Earlier I was like a very lazy kind of person who didn't do any work, any important work. But
mm,
nowadays I'm trying to eliminate. But
mm,
sometimes I feel I do the
mm,
same thing because
mm.
like a human, it's a human tendency now. Every time we feel not every time, but
Correct.
sometimes we feel lethargic. We thought,
Correct.
but why I'm doing this thing? It's not possible. We always feel motivate. Sometimes we
Mm,
feel demotivate. But yeah, I'm
mm,
trying to
mm.
be overcome.
Correct. Absolutely. We will never be able to get rid of procrastination. And procrastination generally is rooted because of another issue, right? Sometimes we put away certain tasks because we may have certain set of fears within us,
Mm,
right? That, okay, if I start with it, will I be able to complete it? Or what if I fail? Right? So it could be
yes,
set of fears, or we might be extremely tired, and
mm,
which is why we may be pushing away certain tasks because we don't want to deal with it, right? So
yes, yes.
yes, there'll never be a day when we would never procrastinate, but we can try to bring it down as much as possible. right? Okay.
Mm.
So when you feel that you are procrastinating a task, what are the tricks that you use to motivate yourself?
Okay.
Hmm.
Whenever I feel
Hmm.
like I don't have to do this work, so I'm
Hmm.
trying to push myself.
Hmm.
No, you have to do this work, and
Hmm.
I'm trying to break it down in a small
Hmm.
pieces. First,
Hmm.
I have to do this thing. I don't think about result. I believe in process. So I
Hmm.
am trying to do. Yeah, sometimes I feel that sometimes I feel that maybe I will do this work. I don't know about the result, but without thinking about result, I'm trying to do. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm trying to motivate myself. I'm trying to spend time with myself. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to push myself. No, you have to do. If you
Hmm.
will not do this, so in future maybe not maybe damn sure you will face some consequences. So
Hmm.
now you have time. You should utilize your time and you should try to add values in your life. Yeah.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Correct.
damn sure you will feel regret and you will end up with lot of anxiety, depression, yeah, this
Hmm.
kind of health issues too. Because earlier
Hmm.
days I faced yeah
Hmm.
some health
Okay.
issues. So now I
Okay.
know that.
Hmm. Right. Absolutely. When procrastination goes out of roof, right? When it has crossed that limit, it will make us face the consequence, right? Mentally, we don't feel good about ourselves, or it will affect us some way or the other, and it could be severe, right? And like you correctly said, that when you break down a task, it seems easier,
Yeah.
right? And I think it's easier for us to convince our brain or our mind, because our mind tends to act like a child, right?
Yes,
So,
conscious mind and unconscious mind, like a two
yes.
mind. We have now like conscious and unconscious. We calculate like 100%. So 10% we can say conscious and 90% unconscious. Our mind
Hmm.
knows everything, but we end of the story we do
Hmm.
some not do yeah, but we do some procrastination
Hmm.
most of the time.
Correct. Yes. So, when you break a task, then it feels less overwhelming, right? Are you familiar with this term? Overwhelming.
Overwhelming. I heard that,
Overwhelming.
but what is the correct meaning?
So, overwhelming is generally when you feel overwhelmed, your emotions are high. So, it could be in
Okay.
a good way or it could be in a bad way, right? So, let's say I have a lot of tasks on my plate for today, if I say this, and I feel so overwhelmed about it. So, to an extent, I may feel very worked up. Okay. So, by worked up, what I mean is stressed. I may feel stressed about it, and it makes me feel overwhelmed. So emotionally, I feel a bit high. Okay. So, oh my God, how am I going to do all of this? Will I be able to complete it? So, there is a rise in emotion. Okay, that's
Okay.
overwhelming. Now, in the positive manner, it could be, let's say, a friend of yours. You did not expect her to surprise you and meet you at your place and bring you gifts. It's something that you did not expect. So that might also make you feel overwhelmed, but in a
Okay.
positive way,
Okay,
right?
positive.
So,
We can use this word in like positive and negative
of course, I'm
scenarios.
overwhelmed by your gesture, you would say in that context,
Okay.
right?
Okay,
So,
got it.
again, you would feel a bit high in terms of the emotion, but like extremely happy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that is overwhelming. Yes. Okay. So if there was a task or a chore that you could procrastinate, and if you were given the superpower that you're not going to face any consequence, what would it be then? And for how many days would you procrastinate? Anything. How would you procrastinate?
Okay,
Yes.
if I would give a chance to procrastinate anything, I mean, it
Hmm.
can be anything.
Over
So
any
I
chore or a
don't,
task. Hmm.
yeah, so I will never do cooking. I hate cooking. I don't like it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't
Okay.
like at all. But I do. Being a daughter, being a girl, it itself my responsibility. But I don't like it.
I'm so sorry that I'm laughing a little too hard on this because because in the next activity what we are going to do, the first task is cooking.
Okay.
So I'm sure you're going to eliminate it.
I
Right?
don't like it.
Okay.
But I cook.
Okay.
I don't enjoy cooking.
Oh, why?
It's very frustrating, especially for me. Just managing whole thing. And whenever I cook, I just suppose I have to cook any special dish. So I will make it really delicious
Sorry, it becomes very
and delicious.
undelicious. Okay. Not delicious, you would say.
Yeah,
Not
not delicious.
undelicious. Yes.
Yeah,
Or
not delicious.
you could say it turns out to be bland. Bland is plain in taste.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So bland is one such word that you could use. Or you can say it becomes extremely spicy, or uh, the proportion may not be right. Proportion is
It
in
will.
terms of,
I will make some blunder if I will cook and a
okay.
new dish. But I can manage like a regular cooking. I know that like parties and all. But
Okay.
any special dish.
Okay. But you are not this kind of a person who cooks just to survive, right? As in, you are above that. You can cook well,
Yeah,
right?
I yes, I
Yes.
can cook,
Hmm.
but I don't like.
But you don't enjoy it.
Mm, I don't enjoy at
Okay.
all. Mm.
Okay. So, do you have any such incident where something went wrong while you were cooking?
No, I haven't faced any this
Hmm.
kind of problem. But
Hmm.
sometimes spices like salt and
Hmm.
pepper and chili, it's
Hmm.
happened rapidly with me frequently
Hmm. Hmm.
every week. I can say.
Yes, that takes a lot of practice, right?
Mm.
For us to exactly know how much amount of salt to be added. So that's how I think mothers are pro at it. They
Yes.
would know, right?
Mm.
And it'll take
Yeah,
us a lot of time for us to reach their level. Yes, you were saying about your mother.
my mother, she's a good cook. She cooks very well, and my brother too. My brother is
Hmm.
also like he's like a chef. He knows very well. He's better than me, I can say, but I am not at all. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
All right. So you would procrastinate cooking, or to put it in a better way, you may eliminate it, right?
If I get a chance, I will eliminate in my life. I don't want to cook.
Okay, all right. If you could time travel to give your past self advice on beating procrastination, what would you say?
Okay. I would say to myself, you should focus on your life and your work because earlier I faced a lot of some problem regarding my health and my study too. I was a average student,
Hmm?
but I should give to advise myself.
Hmm.
Focus on your life and study. So nowadays, maybe I will not face. Maybe in future, I will never face some problem regarding my career.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. And what other advice would you give yourself in terms of studying? Let's say, see, because there could be several reasons why somebody would be an average student, right? For example, I clearly knew I was not good with numbers. I never liked math, right? So
Same
that
here.
so that
Yeah.
automatically made me an average student in that subject, right?
That was not my cup of tea, I think.
Yes, was not
I
your
was
cup of
really
tea.
bad.
Right.
Mm.
So, what kind of advice would you give yourself on how to deal with it, or how to overcome
Okay.
that issue to some extent?
Okay. Earlier days, I didn't know regarding
Hmm.
my career, regarding anything. But
Hmm.
when I received my phone, then I
Hmm.
realized that
Hmm.
no, you have to do. Earlier
Hmm.
days, because
Hmm.
there's some problem. There was some problem.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yes, because my parents, they are not so much of educated. You know, nowadays
Hmm.
education is really, really important.
Hmm.
if you are coming from like educated family, so it's a
Hmm.
plus for you, no doubt.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I faced this kind of issues. Like I had no any mentor
Hmm.
who can guide me. You have to do this,
Hmm.
you have to do that. It
Hmm.
will really beneficial for your life.
Hmm.
Then I realized it when I started researching about it, what should I do. Then I realized that no, you have to do. This is the
Hmm.
right career option. This is the right path where you are. You can go here. Then you
Hmm.
can see some changes. Then you can see some
Hmm.
drastic change. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I was an introvert kind of person.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. But now
That.
I'm trying to be an ambivert.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
It
good.
is. Hmm. Now,
Hmm.
because no, here is this. This is really also important. Like it has been approx 1 year. Okay, I have a
Hmm.
YouTube channel where
Hmm.
I upload some videos regarding spoken English.
Hmm.
So now I am quite earlier days I was not like that. I used to afraid talking to strangers, but now I
Hmm.
feel really content when I
Hmm.
connect to strangers, when I talk to
Hmm.
strangers.
Hmm.
I feel content. I feel delighted. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
don't nowadays I don't talk to my relatives and some other members.
Hmm.
Whenever I have time, I try to talk to strangers, and I feel
Hmm.
really happy.
Hmm.
Mm.
Right. Wonderful. That's great. You've already started working on this, right? You realized that being an introvert might be adding some more to the issues that existed, right? So you have taken the right step of interacting with more people. So that has developed a lot of confidence in you, right? And most
Mm.
importantly, when we talk to strangers or to people we may have not known them at a personal level, we start learning so many things from them, right? About their
Mm.
journey, or they may share about some experiences or about their learnings, and that automatically motivates us and elevates
Yes.
our mood as well, right?
Mm.
Okay,
Yes.
great, wonderful, excellent. So I must say you're very brave and you've been doing such a good thing.
Now I'm trying to push my boundaries. If I
Hmm.
will never try, so it will never happen.
Hmm.
So I have to do. I have to do anyhow.
Absolutely. Yes. We must set boundaries, but for the things which we should, but not in terms of self growth,
Mm.
right? So, whatever adds to our self growth, whatever makes us feel better, then we should not set boundaries for that.
Yeah, yes, we should always try to excel our skill and knowledge too.
Hmm.
Then we can
Correct.
see some improvement. Otherwise, we always feel like a moderate student, moderate. We feel like that I have a moderate persona. Always
Hmm.
we feel that, but we should
Hmm.
always try to excel knowledge, skill, whatever. Always we should try to learn,
Hmm.
but in the
Correct.
right way and right manner.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you can see some drawbacks.
Correct. You're right. Absolutely. Great. Wonderful. I'll just share a phrase with you, Ruby, which you mentioned a while ago. I want you to spot the error in it. Okay?
Okay,
Are you able to see it?
you will feel regret.
You will feel regret. There is a error in this phrase. Can you try guessing?
You will be feel regret.
No. So when it is regret and when you want to say it, you will say you will regret. Okay? You
Okay,
don't
feel is
feel it. You don't
okay.
feel it, but you say it as I am regretting about this decision. You would say, I will regret. Okay? So we don't use feel.
Okay, feel is unnecessary.
Yeah, feel is never used.
Okay, okay,
Specifically when it is a context about regret. You would say, I was regretting about it. I am regretting. I will regret about it. And
okay,
you would mention what would you regret about. Okay? All right.
okay,
Great. So now let's do the activity. And there are list of activities here, and you'll have to rearrange them as
okay,
most boring to least boring. Okay,
Okay.
so you'll put it in that order. So are you on the third page of the session notes, or you can head to the
Yes,
third page?
yes, yes. Activity time, you
Yes,
are saying.
correct, you're right.
Okay.
So I'm very sure the first one, where would you be placing it?
Hmm.
Okay, so what you need to keep in mind is most boring, as in you don't like it at all, or you find it very, dull and mundane. Have you heard the term mundane?
Monday, which is
Mundane,
boring.
which lacks excitement, lacks
Okay,
excitement, or
okay.
very dull, we could say,
Hmm.
right?
So I have to arrange.
For example, if I say it's a mundane, it's a the day looks very mundane, okay, because of the weather, right? So it lacks
Okay,
excitement,
okay. Okay.
right? So it could be in terms of the task as well, something which doesn't excite you.
Now,
So you can take a look at it and let me know the order that you would follow.
okay.
Hmm.
Of course, cooking,
Okay.
and then second one maybe folding laundry,
Hmm.
and third one I can say hitting the gym because I don't like gym. I like yoga and meditation.
Sorry, which
Yeah,
one you don't like? Gym, you said.
yeah. I don't like
Okay.
gym. I like
Gym.
yoga, meditation. Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So that
Now
would be
this
the
I
third one. Hmm.
third one and
Hmm.
fourth one would be watching on 2 hours longer documentary
Mm-hmm.
or history.
Hmm.
Fourth and fifth one maybe shopping.
Okay.
Sixth one going on vacation.
Okay.
Seventh one
Mm-hmm.
finishing assignments.
Hmm.
Anything else?
No, I think you finished adding all of them.
Hmm.
Great. So finishing assignment seems least boring to you. That's great.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so that shows that you're very focused now, right? You want to get done with it,
Yeah. Yes.
right? Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay. So when did you start your YouTube channel? Tell me more about it.
Yeah, I started. It has been 1 year approx.
Oh, sorry. I think you did mention that it's been a year since you started
Yeah.
it, right? Okay. Where
Yes.
did you get this idea?
I got this idea like when I was watching. There's a YouTube channel. He's a like a motivational speaker, Sandeep
Mm-hmm.
Maheshwari. After
Okay.
watching his channel,
Yes. Hmm.
and there is another channel called Rajni Verma.
Hmm.
She's also
Okay.
YouTuber and English teacher too. So
Mm-hmm.
these two things, and like my willpower says that no, you have to do. You have to
Hmm.
start your YouTube channel, and
Hmm.
then you can see some changes.
Hmm.
And my brother, he
Hmm.
motivates me. No, you have to do. You should start.
Hmm.
Because earlier I was really bad regarding this language. I
Hmm.
didn't know how to introduce myself, how
Hmm.
I can bring my idea in front
Hmm.
of any person. So
Hmm.
my brother says, no, you have to start.
Hmm.
Should start. Then you
Hmm.
can easily assess your journey.
Hmm.
So my
Okay.
brother has still he helped me
Hmm.
sometime regarding how you can manage your things because I am not used to regarding technology.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I have some technophobia, but now
Hmm.
I am trying to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. So, what are your learnings so far after starting your YouTube channel? Can you
Okay,
share at
now,
least two learnings with me? Hmm.
okay, two learnings. So now I know about how I can do like editing part. I
Hmm.
can easily do.
Hmm.
And making thumbnail, now I can easily make thumbnail. These two things I learned. And yeah, this language is also earlier day it was not a cup of tea, but now I can manage.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's.
commendable thing for me. I can
Hmm.
see some changes, not any drastic change, but yeah, 1 or 2%, 3% changes now I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we
Okay.
can't say like that we can learn this language like
Hmm.
overnight. It's a time-taking process, and
Absolutely.
it also depend on like how determined I am. Now
Hmm.
I am passionate. Earlier I was, and still I am passionate. So every
Hmm.
day I'm trying to talk to strangers. Otherwise, I read book, I watch some podcast every
Mm-hmm.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Still I do the same thing.
Okay, great, wonderful. Yes, you sounded so technical when you use those terms like thumbnail, right? So that's good, wonderful,
Mm,
great. Yes, passion is like the driver, right? So when we are not passionate about something, then automatically it may just fall apart, whatever we want to do, right?
mm,
So if when we are passionate about it and we add effort,